So I decided to do this short video, and I say short because it will be condensed, only because the process of wrapping the steering wheel on your boat could take quite some time. With that said, basically I've already started the process. I'll go over it a little bit with you guys, and then I'll let you see what I'm doing in sections. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, put it down below. But basically that's what we're doing. We're on my KeyWest 244 boat, and I always liked the idea of wrapping the steering wheel, not only for grip but aesthetics. It looks good, and when your hands are wet, you've had fish in your hands, and you've got all kinds of oils, it's kind of nice to have a nice wrap. So these wraps, typically you send your steering wheel to a place and you have to buy the steering wheel, send it to them, and although it's not the most expensive thing in the world, it's still 300 plus. Now, this is not by all means any fancy type of steering wheel wrap. I'm just using paracord, excuse me, and not sponsoring this or by all means saying this is the best thing to use. This was from Amazon, and basically it's 100 feet. I try to use the toughest thing I can find, that way the color doesn't go away when the sun hits it. Although I'll use a Scotch Guard spray on the actual wrap, that way it protects it from water, from the sun, etc., etc., etc. I'm gonna give you a quick glimpse of what it's starting to look like. So I start off with a knot underneath over the steering on the back, and a knot on the somewhere it can grab onto, whether you want to do it from here or from here. Once you start that process, then all you have to do is make a loop underneath as such. I'll try to do this while I'm filming. Try to do a loop underneath. And then all of this section that you want to keep together is going to go right in the middle of this, or down the hoop, right? So it's kind of as follows. Let me try to place the camera in a way that you can see this. Let me see what we can do here. Grab it here. Go underneath. Now, once you do that, all you have to do is now pull it, and pull it tight. There's some people will tell you go overhand, underhand, overhand, underhand. You don't have to. I noticed what I was doing, you weren't able to see. So I am going to attempt to do this again to show you, or continuation of what I was doing. Nice firm. When you do the knot underneath the steering, or I should say the loop underneath the steering, all you have to do is this clump of string that's left over, you want to go right down in the middle of that, right? Once you do this, bring this back here, so you don't want to lose all this. So this is the loop we went under, and look what happens. All you push is bring this in tight, nice and tight. I'm using about 100 feet, and that will be plenty. Again, I'm going to do it one more time for the sake of the video. You can see the loop underneath the steering, and I'm just gonna go inside of it. Grab it, bring this back here, just by my seat, and again, I'm gonna just pin it down, nice tight, and then after that, we'll spray it down with Scotch Guard to protect the fabric and it being repellent. And then what I'll do now is, once we're finished, I'll show you the complete steering wheel of how that looks. If you have any questions, just, as you know, just check it out. Let me know what you think. Give me your comments. Let me know if you think it's good. Again, by all means, this is not a professional. This is something I learned on YouTube, and it costs $10 to wrap the paracord, and then just to wrap it. Typically, this would cost $300, $400 to send it in and get it mailed, get it wrapped. You have to buy your own steering, etc., etc. Well, hope you enjoyed the show. I told you this would be a short video. Thanks. Here we are. This is what it's starting to look like. You can see where we're at right now. And then I'll show you the ending, which will end here with a knot. And then I will burn the end to make sure it's nice and tight. Not bad for a guy that's just like you, trying to save a buck. Here you have it, guys. Final product. This is where I burned the end. And this is what it looks like. Distance. Well, like I said, let me know what you think.